Hello, welcome. I have got a new project that I want to start. You've seen it on the thumbnail, but let's get this out of the box and have a really good look. I've not had at all look at this yet. I bought it a few weeks ago. And really I've resisted actually opening this, and it's a massive box. This is big. I've not done anything in O scale before. Whether this is just a step too far for me, I don't know. But let's get this sleeve off and let's have a proper look at it. Well, before I do that, let's just have a quick look around the back of the box as well. And you'll see that what we've got is, we've got the 09 loco, we've got a controller, we've got some tracks, got a track plan, and this is sort of track that you can make. Not exactly exciting or anything like that, but I think it will make an interesting little sort of diorama shunting layout, and that's the idea. I was wondering, what can you make from basically a layout in a box with everything you want, apart from a little rolling stock. So, and if you're interested, the code is GM7000103. Let's open the box this way, and we get all these polystyrene bits. Great. Right, I'm going to dispatch those and we'll have a proper look. Right, that's the last of the piece all out. So what do we get? Well, most exciting piece is going to be the class 09. So I'll just pop that to one side. That was heavier than I thought. We've got the single track controller with transformer, box of set track. So I'll open that in a second. A massive box for a point. That is huge. So this is second radius turnout left hand. And we get Pico O-gauge modelling guide, so that'll be interesting having a quick read of that and seeing how some of these things go. And we've just got the instructions or details on what we've got in them. So this is your O-scale train set. It's not really a train set, but I suppose it is until you make it into a layout. So you get some a few track plan ideas there. So it gives you a little bit of scope. Still got bits of polystyrene everywhere. And what do we get on the back? Expanding your track, bring your layout to life. Okay, that's what I will be doing. So I'm going to put this great big box just to one side, and then we'll have a look at what we've got in these other boxes. I'm not really going to go through this controller that much. You know, I'll have a quick look inside, make sure it's what it is in there. Yep, and you just get your controller. Your power supply, your instructions, a little screwdriver, but I've already got two of these, so don't really need that one. So I'm just going to take that as it all works, and then just put it back in, and I'll use my other ones that I've got. Now, track. So what do we get? little bit. And this is a bullhead track, I believe. So it gives you a big gap in between the sleeper and this bottom rail actually. So but it does feel very flexible. I've not actually used any O-gauge track at all. And let's just pop that slightly out there a second. So, and it uses, I think, the same joiners as double O-gauge. So you get more of a realistic rail join, I think. I'm not going to join it all together just yet. And we get 5 pieces of straight track, 1 curved track, 2 power fish plates. Very useful for just doing some testing. But obviously you're going to have to remove one of your fish plates. Well, 2 of your fish plates actually. So, and let's have a look at this point. I'm saving the most exciting bit till last, as you can work out. Now this one's properly sealed. Managed to get the sellotape off with the fingernail. So can we get this out? I don't like damaging boxes. And wow, the O-gauge turnout, that is huge. God, this is going to be an absolutely monster small layout. So even if I just laid this out, you're going to get over 4'4". And I was actually thinking of getting a second set of points. So this is Unifrog, I think these are. Yep, Unifrog. So you've got the best of both. So best of an electro frog and the best of a non-electro frog. Can't remember what you'd call that one. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so obviously you can then wire this so it's live and it goes to the switches. So I'm going to have fun sort of with that. I'm going to just pop that back in its little bag for the moment, because I'm not going to be using that. I might just use a couple of the straights just to get the loco tested and running. So let me put the majority of this away for the time being, and I can come back to all that. And really the main part of this layout, well, main part of this set is class 09. And I'm looking forward to seeing this. It will come. The box isn't going to be that much bigger. And what do we get? Dapple no quibble, 24-month warranty, owner's guide, and instructions for fitting the air pipe assembly, and you get, I think it's a SolidWorks drawing. I'm not sure if it's a photograph, but it's all in black and white. Perhaps would have been nice in colour. Cost of colour printing probably wouldn't have been that high, but obviously they're keeping the costs down to a minimum. Okay, we get the steps, so some detailed items there. And here we go. Let's lift this out with a little bit of care. Right. And oh, there. And I must say, wow, I just don't want to break any parts off, so that is huge and really heavy. So what that actually weighs. So it looks really nice being weathered as well. So let me just drop it on a piece of track, and then we can have a proper good close look at this, I think. You get all the sprung buffers, blimey, got a good spring on those. That does look very nice and quite nicely weathered as well. So, right, and there we have it. And doesn't this look good? I'm sorry the lighting's not absolutely perfect this evening. It's actually quite late in the evening at the moment, but you get the opening doors, although they don't spring shut, which I think it'd be nice if they did, because then they sort of look all open, but you get a nice weathered feel to this. And we get some nice detail already fitted at the back, so which is quite nice. You get your front coupling. Have to just gently put that back into the right place. I'm not going to do it now in case damage anything. Nice detail on the front of the loco as well. And you get some nice detail just on top, some good weathering there. So let's have a closer look at that. And yeah, I'm not going to go into a huge look at all the bits of detail on this, because that's what's not really planned this video to do that. I just wanted to see what we've got in the box and see where I'm going to go next. So I thought I'd just get a couple of pieces of track together, and we'll just put the rail joints on, and I've just got my old combi controller. I've not used the new one, but it's identical really, just different box, so we do have movement, so that's good. A little bit noisy. As you can see, we've got light impact. Not sure if those lights are coming out that well. Let me drop the lighting down a little bit. Hopefully they did come out. Let me just drop it down that a little bit more. And what we'll do again on the other side, I'm just going to turn it over. Yep, we get red and the white. So that's nice. Let's put some light back on. Right, I'm wondering just how slow I can get this to crawl, so I'll just turn it on very slowly. straight out the box. We've had a small test run, granted. But yeah, that's pretty good. So what are we like in reverse? Oh, a bit too quick there. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good crawl. Let's just turn it off very slightly. That's really good for a small industrial layout. I was actually just wondering how much this actually does weigh, so because it does feel really weighty, so let's just see. So 785, so I don't know how that compares to any other O gauge, because this is the only one I've got, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. And just getting everything back in its box, so I think put that in like that. It's need to be careful. So it's a problem even all these models now are just so fragile, but we want them with all the detail. So I think that one goes on there. Then we've got that. Some detailing items and a couple of bits to put on there. I don't know whether you can actually buy this loco separately, but that's the model code, which is GM7000103, and that's the Class 09 in BL Blue method. But then we get it all, going to get it all back in, and this is going to be my next project. So coming soon. So I'm going to get a few more pieces of track to go with this, but I wanted to build it with what we've got, but I'm thinking maybe another set of points, and then when I looked at the price of them I went, wow. Yeah, it's going to be quite an expensive project, this, and there's working out how to build some of the buildings and things like that. So I've done a little bit of conversion with some of the scale seams buildings, so I'm going to try and build some of those. I've scaled them up, but I've moved them around in Photoshop to try and get them to fit onto A4 sheets of paper. Some of them will be 2 sheets of A4 paper that I'll have to sort of join together and things like that. So, but yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this next project. So this is just the start, and hopefully I'll see you when we come to really start building this. Anyway, have a good evening and good rest of the day, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care.